What's going on, everybody? This is JK and my good friend, the ever-present, ever-wonderful with the glowing red beard, Jeremiah Jerome Stringer. How are you, my friend?
I'm here.
Oh, good. I was afraid your audio wasn't working there for a second.
I love it,
Maybe
man.
All mixed up. Man, so how's everything
Nah,
going,
bro.
buddy? You all excited?
Man, yes, I'm excited to talk to another great guy tonight. A guy that actually has his own podcast.
Yeah, this is a guy who kind of like shot like a rocket, man. He was just, all of a sudden, he's everywhere. He's got an amazing podcast called Trail Tales. He's got a YouTube channel that's hilarious called Kyle Hates Hiking. I think everybody knows this guy, right, Jeremiah? Right?
Yes. Let's
Who are
bring
we
him
talking
in.
about, Jeremiah?
We're
Who are we
talking
talking about?
Kyle Hates Hiking.
That's right, Kyle O'Grady. How you doing, man?
What's up, gentlemen? Thanks for having me on.
Heck yeah, man.
Absolutely.
So how has everything been going up in the wonderful Northeast?
It's been pretty good. I have both of your live streams up on my two monitors in front of me right now, but they're obviously like a couple seconds delayed, so I think I need to close
Sweet.
at least one of these.
So
But
we're both getting views out of this. That's nice. That's
yes,
nice.
yeah, I hit the like button on both of them too, so that's good too.
My man.
There we
Things
go.
have been good up here. It's starting to get a little bit cold, which I like this time of year. It's the best time of year for hiking, at least in the Northeast. So that's pretty cool. But it's gonna be winter before I know it. I can feel it. I can feel it in the air already.
I was gonna say I was in Grayson Highlands this weekend, and it got down to 34 at night.
Ooh, damn!
So it was chilly already there. So it's definitely getting cold.
All the way down in Virginia. That's surprising.
All the way down in Virginia. As a matter of fact, Miyagi on the trail just got on, and he was one of the guys that was with me. So what's up, Miyagi? See here.
So I want to ask Kyle about this. Starting off, if people don't get it, the irony and the sarcasm that you bring to the table, sometimes it can go over people's heads. Where does the name come from? Because it is like the epiphany of irony. Kyle hates hiking.
Yeah, I mean, people ask me this sometimes, and I feel like I never have a good answer. Like, I just felt it would fit with my channel well, like it just fits with my personality. So funny enough, I actually came up with the name. Not that it's like, some great name or anything, but I first came up with it for my Instagram, and I had it before I started my channel just as my handle on Instagram. I think I was doing Trail Tales at the time. And then when I started my channel, I was like, well, I'm going to be goofy and sarcastic because that's just what I do. So I thought the name Kyle Hates Hiking would fit pretty well. I think I might have ripped it off from some kid that I went to college with. Like, I feel like there's some like random kid from my college that had an Instagram handle that was like, someone hates the outdoors or something like that. It was some like outing club kid. So I think that's where I got it from, but I don't remember who the kid was, nor did I actually know him in person. So that's where it came from.
Well, and there's one common theme that has gone consistently throughout your time, as a YouTuber, and that is your relationship with Dan Becker. And I have come to find out, you could deny it all you want, but I found out it's true that you are actually Dan Becker's love child. We even have a picture of you as a baby with Dan
God.
Back in the day.
My God, you guys did it. That's so funny.
I just, I mean, I
can't wait for that to pop back up on the monitor. Oh, there it is right there. Oh my geez, wow.
I mean, I didn't believe it at first, but then I saw the picture and I had to believe it. So I mean, but all seriousness, you and Dan, like, you have had so much fun at Dan's expense, but you've had Dan's blessing the entire time.
Oh yeah, he's been really cool about it. And to be fair, I feel like I haven't really crossed any lines. It's all been pretty, like, it's all been pretty just fun. I did make that video just basically defending him. This was an old video now, one of my first ones before I even had 1,000 subs, and I think that probably like set it off on the right foot because he saw that and he was like, all right, this guy doesn't actually hate me. But people love the Dan Becker jokes, dude. Like I didn't realize it was going to be that much of a hit when I first started it. I just was doing it because I thought it was kind of funny because I thought Dan was kind of goofy and it'd be fun to make fun of him and stuff. And one thing too is like I made fun of a lot of other YouTubers back then when I first started too. Like I would make fun of Darwin. I made fun of Jupiter a bunch of times too. But those just, I mean, the Darwin one stuck a little bit, but like the Dan Becker ones just stuck way more for some reason. People just liked those, so it's still a theme every single video.
One of our viewers is saying you should change your channel to Kyle Loves Dan Becker.
See, that's the kind of comment. I literally get that comment. I was telling you guys before this. It does not matter what video I post, whether I mention him or not. Instagram is the same thing usually. No matter what I post, someone will always comment something about Dan Becker without fail every single time. So, and I get it. Like it's funny, so I like it, and he does too.
Oh yeah. I've talked to him. He thinks it's absolutely hilarious.
You started making these videos because you had the Trail Tales podcast, and how many episodes are you at now, by the way, on there?
80, about to release 89, I think. Yeah, so, 89.
That's a lot of time and commitment and a lot of episodes you produced. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you start making YouTube videos too. So I'm curious about a couple of things. First, like, what's the inspiration behind whenever you started making the videos? And then second, now you if people don't know, I'll go ahead and tell them that you thru hiked the AT, and the long trail in Vermont. So how much different is it now that you have a camera? And I know sometimes I'm with people and I'm like sticking the camera in their face and they're like, bro, like I'm just out here to chill and hike. So what inspires it, and like how much different or more challenging or anything like that is the hikes since you have to film?
Yeah, it's so I've really only been filming my hikes this year. So I'm not gonna it's not like I've been going out there for years doing videos on trail. Because my channel in general it's still less than a year old. But I love filming a lot because, and I feel like it's always hard to express this. Like people have asked me like similar questions before, and I feel like I never actually like verbalize exactly what I'm feeling in regard to this. But I feel like after I'd probably done about 3,000 miles before I started filming my hikes, and it wasn't that I got sick of it. It wasn't like I would have stopped hiking. And to be honest with you, I would have hiked just as much as I still do now, even if I wasn't making any content, because I just love it, obviously. But I feel like adding the camera and adding not just the camera, but the whole experience of trying to film an interesting video while I'm out there is like it's almost giving me like a new perspective on it. It's almost like refreshed like my backpacking, if that makes sense. It's like I'd done this thing for so long, a certain way, and now all of a sudden I'm throwing in a whole different dynamic, and it almost like it's just like revitalized. That makes it sound like I was getting sick of it, because again, I wasn't getting sick of it. This is what I'm saying. I can never express this exactly, but it definitely just added a fresh perspective on it. And I can say like pretty confidently after filming almost every hike I've done this summer so far, I mean, I'm not sick of it at all. In fact, I just want to keep doing it more and more and more. Like, I love it. I love it. I think there was another question in there too at the beginning, but I kind of forgot about it.
Oh, just like what got you started on the videos? When we first met, we were talking all about algorithms and naming videos and all this like stuff that people don't think about whenever they're just watching videos. And then here you are a year later, and you produced a lot of videos, had a lot of success. So, like, where does that come from?
Yeah, I've always been interested in content. Like, I feel like people ask you a lot, like, oh, like, what's your favorite movie, or like, what are your favorite TV shows? And for most of my life, it's always been like, my answer to that has always been like, I don't really watch TV or movies. I just watch YouTube. So I've always been into YouTube for like my entire life, pretty much. I had a channel when I was in like middle school, and we did it for like a year, and we just posted really terrible sketch comedy videos, and they're just awful. But that was like
where do we find those?
You're not gonna find them. And if anyone does, they're getting taken down immediately. So in fact, I already took most of them down. I shouldn't have said that. Oh god, someone's gonna find it now. But ever since then, like, it's always been in the back of my mind. Like, I've always just been interested in it, and I've always just watched YouTube for years and years and years. I still do, probably way more than I should. And so I've always had that desire. After I finished the Appalachian Trail in 2018, that's when I decided to start Trail Tales, because I'd listened to so many podcasts while I was hiking, and I thought it'd be easier to start a podcast than a YouTube channel, honestly, because I thought about YouTube, but I was pretty broke. I didn't have money for a camera. I already had a microphone and all that stuff. So I was like, screw it all. I'll start a podcast instead. And then pretty much right from the beginning, I still wanted to start the YouTube channel too, but I just didn't, family friendly. I didn't have the guts to do it. And so, in fact, one thing that's pretty funny, I don't know if I've ever actually said this before, but I sat down in April of last year, so April 2019, I sat down in my bedroom and I filmed my first video, and it was so like embarrassing, and I felt so bad about it that I finished it and I just never looked at the footage. Like, I just deleted, I deleted the footage. I was like, okay, this is just not the time to start YouTube. And honestly, this is kind of funny, but I was dating a girl at the time, and we broke up in like late October, I want to say. And when we broke up, that was kind of my like, I kind of like shrugged my shoulders, and I was like, well, I guess I got some more time now, so I should probably start doing the YouTube thing. And that's when I finally like just pushed myself over the edge and made my first couple videos, and then started to get some more confidence. And then I feel like because I had so much experience on Trail Tales too, I was pretty good at not pretty good at it, but I was pretty comfortable with just talking to the camera and stuff. And obviously that got better, I'd like to hope, as I went along. But anyways, that's probably too much information, but that's how it all got started.
That's awesome. You know, and it's funny because if somebody just got on your YouTube channel like tomorrow, had no clue who you were, they would have no idea how serious of a hiker you actually are, though. You know what I mean?
I
And
mean,
that's what's funny.
I hope they'd see some of my trail videos, and I mean, not that I'm like, you know, the best hiker ever or anything, but you know, I try to send it a little bit.
I just appreciate the lighthearted way you handle things. You're not too serious. I think sometimes you can get a little too serious with things. And one of the refreshing things about your channel is I find myself crying sometimes. I'm laughing so hard.
Dude, that's such a good compliment. I appreciate that.
Yeah, cracks
and
me
it's like
up every time.
And it's like that's how like I backpack too, because like one thing I learned on the AT, even before the AT, honestly, is like it's so important when you're doing a really like long hike, especially to just be like in a good mindset and to not get like thrown off by the little things, because like when you got blisters or when the weather's bad, it's so easy just to get in a bad mood, you know. And not to say that I was never in a bad mood on the AT, but like I would really, really try hard, and still to this day, I really try hard to just like be positive and like have fun out there and like not take it super seriously. And so that's just like kind of the way I am like when I'm backpacking. And so it comes across on camera pretty well, I guess. So it works out in that regard for sure.
I know I have two questions for you, and they're both food related. The first one is, I watched your video recently on what you pack for food. What is the most disgusting thing you've ever eaten on trail?
I'm a little bit of a picky, not really anymore, but I'm not like, I feel like there's nothing like too bad that I did. I was never one of those people making like ramen bombs. Like, I don't know if people have heard about those before, but you put like the mashed potatoes and the ramen noodles in the same thing and eat it. Like, I would never do anything like that. Ugh, dude, so gross. I don't even like tuna. Like, I'm probably the only person that's ever hiked the AT without eating a single tuna packet, because
wow,
I think that stuff is disgusting. So I'm trying to think. I don't think there's really probably just the amount of food that I ate was probably the most disgusting thing. Like, there was a couple times where there was one time where I ate 3 entrees at a meal, and my friends started calling me like triple entree for like a couple days after that. There's multiple times where I put down entire pizzas, you know, large pizzas by myself.
The hiker hunger kicks in, and you gotta have it,
dude. Oh yeah. You get hungry out there for sure. I mean, everybody knows, like everybody gets hungry on any backpacking trip, but especially when you're burning that many calories for that long, like that consistently, get really hungry. Really hungry.
Well, my second question for you is, how surreal was it to have a cheeseburger with Syntax 77?
That was awesome, dude. Dude, that was so good. That was almost peak YouTube, I think. And it's funny because I watched him so much when I was like 15, 16 years old. Like, pretty much the first times I ever like sat down on YouTube and searched for the long trail or like any backpacking related thing, any hiking related thing, honestly, his videos came up, because I mean, he's been doing it for so long, obviously. And so he was like, I was probably the only like 16-year-old kid watching his videos, or any backpacking videos for that matter. But he was like a pretty big inspiration for me. So the fact that I was able to actually like hike with him and like see how he is behind the scenes and stuff. The fact that I got to have a cheeseburger with Syntax 77, dude, that's so sick. So that was awesome. That was a moment I will not forget anytime soon. Hopefully I'll have another one with him too. I'd like to go hiking with him again.
Well, I know we talked to the Shill brothers about that, and we were all like, nobody ever does anything with Syntax.
That's what I found out after we posted our videos and stuff. Like, I got a couple people that messaged me that they were like, how did you get like Syntax? And I was like, I don't know. Like, we talked on Trail Tales a couple times, and then it worked out for both of our plans. Like, I didn't really think much of it, to be honest with you. And then also while we were hiking, I asked him, I was like, oh, like who else have you collabed with? Because I haven't watched like all of his recent videos and stuff. But he was like, he like thought about it. He's like, I'm pretty sure you're the first one. And I was like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Ranking pretty high.
It's awesome.
What an honor, man.
I'm lucky, man. I'm super, super fortunate for sure.
I want to go back for a second, because John asked you about eating gross stuff. And I don't remember if we talked about it. I know that we had a great time on your podcast because you're from Vermont and you did the long trail. And on there, you told about how you got started. And you can tell that in just a second if you want to. But we really connected because I through hiked that long trail. And
yeah, man.
I don't know. I don't remember, but if this is a repeat story, I'm sorry. John asked about the grossest thing on trail. Did I tell you about whenever I was hiking the long trail, eating those jalapeno like kettle cooked chips out of the trash can at that laundromat?
That sounds awful.
Did I tell you about that? That's probably the grossest thing I ate. But we really connected, from the long trail.
Dude, that was a great episode. I love that episode. I mean,
Yeah.
partially because your accent is super, super sexy, and partially because the long trail is just really fun to talk about. I'm pretty sure I said that. I'm pretty sure I said that in the episode or something like that. But yeah, dude, I love talking about the long trail. I could talk about that trail all day, every single day, and I love hearing other people's stories on it too. And you're also great at podcasting, obviously. So that was always, because that's one thing I'm always worried about, which to be honest with you, I shouldn't be because it's never really happened. But I'm always worried I'm going to get a guest that just like gives really short answers or like is nervous or something and like doesn't really like communicate very well. And that was certainly, like I said, like that hasn't really happened too much, but certainly didn't happen with you. That was a great episode, and everybody should go listen to it too. I do not have any idea what number it is, but just search Trail Tales Jeremiah Stringer. Hopefully you'll find it.
That's
Now,
very kind of you. Thanks.
You're part of Jeremiah Stringer's tree of influence when it comes to YouTube also. Like Jeremiah, this is a funny story about Jeremiah. When Jeremiah and Dan first started their channels, they started, roughly the same time, right?
Yeah, about a month apart, I think.
Yeah. Dan was coming to Jeremiah for advice on what to do. And look at what Dan's doing. And then you went to Jeremiah and asked for advice, and look what's... I'm telling you, if you want to build a YouTube channel, you go to Jeremiah Stringer and you watch the channel blow up. That's just how it works.
That's true.
What is it like being a part of that family tree of Jeremiah
Feels
Stringer?
good. It feels good, man. I really appreciate that because I think at the time I had like maybe like 500 or 600 subs. So, I had enough that I felt like there was some momentum there. But, I hadn't, I wasn't even monetized yet. I remember you were talking about your YouTube studio and you're like, okay, see the tab that says revenue? And I was like, nope, not there yet. And you said, don't worry, you will be shortly. And I appreciated that. So that was good. I think if anything, like I felt like I had a pretty good idea of what I was doing, like a pretty good grasp on it. And it was just like, honestly, really helpful to talk to somebody else who was doing it. Somebody else who kind of knew the behind the scenes and basically just reaffirm that what I had kind of thought already was correct and hopefully it would work. So that was really helpful, man. I really appreciate that.
Thank you,
and
man.
we had to get
That
our
means
one
a
little
lot.
plug for GoNex in here. Just
GoNex.
there you go, Jeremiah. There's your GoNex.
Thank
plug.
you for mentioning GoNex.
You're welcome.
I don't, Kyle, do you know the whole GoNex? I still don't know which it's pronounced.
So I want to tell the story because I think it's funny.
right,
Jeremiah does this video, and in it, he's wearing a backpack from a company called GoNex. He never talks about the backpack at any point in the video, but it says GoNex in big letters across the back of it. And so the next thing you know, every time Jeremiah's on a video with anybody, they're asking him about GoNex and GoNex products. And I think GoNex has gotten more publicity from everybody but Jeremiah, the guy who actually wore the backpack in a video.
Well, I love to troll, so I'll keep that one in mind next time he posts a video.
Definitely need to. Yeah,
So-
here you go. Sean even says Jeremiah is an ambassador of GoNex.
No, I'm not.
So
They haven't paid me a single dime. Not one. So you're doing the videoing on trail now, and you say you love it. Let's put this to the test. So anytime, I don't know how near future we're talking, I guess at least the next couple of years, are you planning on filming and actually like vlogging a longer trail? It doesn't have to be AT level, but anything like that. I know you did the multi-part where you're through hiking the smaller trail with Taylor.
Taylor, yeah.
Are you going to look at doing anything like that?
Oh, 100%. I want to, yeah. I don't know what, I don't know when. It's pretty much impossible to, at least in my opinion, it's pretty much impossible to tell like when the next time people are going to be able to through hike, at least out west are, or at least out west. So I don't know when, I don't know what, but I do know that I love making the videos, and in fact, very trying to be vague here. Very, very shortly, I'm going to be leaving with Flossie, who's in a lot of my videos. And we're going to be attempting to through hike the Northville Placid Trail in the Adirondacks, which is about 140 miles long. And so I am going to be bringing the camera for that. It's the longest one. It's actually the longest, probably the most difficult hike I've tried to do since the AT in 2018. And so I'm going to bring the camera for that. I'm going to film the whole thing, and we'll see how it goes. I quit that trail once before, so part of me is like really like wants to come back with a vengeance. Part of me is overthinking it probably thinking it's going to be more difficult than it actually is because I already quit it. But we're gonna give it our best shot. That's for sure.
That's why you need to vlog it and make sure you're like doing it every few days so people
Yeah,
see it.
man.
So you can't quit. You just have to keep going because at that point everybody's counting on you. So
Yeah, and that one's short enough, so I'll just film it all and then I'll just edit when I get back and stuff because it should only take us like, I don't know, a little bit more than a week, say. But it's a tough trail. It's a really tough trail.
And how
mentally.
long is the trail?
So 140 miles.
And you're gonna do that in a week with no big deal. Just like it's an afterthought.
Well, no, it is a big deal. That's why I'm like giving myself an out here in case we fail. But
I was sitting here thinking to myself, it's a week long, it's a hard trail, and he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do all that in a week, no big deal. You know.
I mean,
you got skills, man.
No, it is a big deal. We've been working towards this pretty much all summer. So I haven't really talked about it that much, but we've had this idea for a while now, probably for close to a year at least. Solid plans for like pretty much half a year at this point. And so when we were thinking about when we were going to go for it, we were like, we should probably wait until the end of the season. I mean, first of all, it's just better to hike this time of year in the Northeast. But even trail conditions and weather and stuff aside, we just wanted to have the entire summer to get out as much as we could, put in as many miles as we could, and just get in better shape. So there's no way I could have done this back in like May or June. I'll tell you that right now. But I'm feeling pretty confident right now, at least in terms of my physical abilities. The weather's out of our control, and that's what I'm honestly the most worried about. So
we'll see. Fight the weather.
We'll see.
Well, we got a few comments for you on here. I want to let you see these. The first one is the Trail Tales number 58.
58, nice. Doing my work for me. I like it.
And then we got Steve Roman says, love the halo glow around Kyle's head. And then we got this one here. Just want to let you all know that I love your podcasts. I listen to them every morning on my way to work. At Knock, keep them up. So
that's awesome. Thank you very much. You're going to run out of podcasts eventually, though, because I only post once a week. So
that's better than us. We were doing once a week. We're finally getting back to once a week. So we were just like,
that's
we
hard.
got to keep up with Kyle. It's hard.
Yeah,
man.
it's hard.
We got to keep up with the OG podcast guy here, So
sorry, man. I don't have a girlfriend, so that makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, we have families.
Yeah, but you got Flossie. You got Flossie.
Speaking of the whole family thing, so I think you're a little bit younger than me. I'm 20. I'm 27. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, yeah. So you're a little bit younger than me. People probably want to hear all about the hiking stuff, but since this is John and I's podcast and we get to decide the questions here.
That's right.
Just kidding. I love you, everybody. I want to know about this roommate situation, dude. Like, I've been there, but I've never had to like produce videos around having roommates. So what is the roommate sitch at your house?
It's awesome. I have the best roommates in the entire world, honestly. So before Flossie moved in, I have two other roommates. They're not hikers. One of them's probably never hiked in his life. The other one's done a little bit, but they're not hikers. But one of them, Adam, who's briefly appeared in a few videos, just as like a little cameo thing. He's the really tall blonde one. He and I have pretty much known each other our whole lives. Like, we grew up together. And so he was kind of like my connection to move in with our other roommate, whose name is Nick. And we all just get along really well. Like, we just have the same style of living, I guess. We're all pretty goofy. Like, we're all pretty positive people, I think. We don't really take things super seriously. And so they knew about the podcast when I first started it. And I would honestly and still to this point, maybe not quite as much, but I still try not to inconvenience them with my stuff, but especially when I first started. But at this point, it's they don't sit there and watch every video. They don't really care that much, but they know that people, watch. They know that I have an audience. They know that I make a little bit of beer money from it, so they know that it's like more than just me being obnoxious. So, I mean, that is what my videos are. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. They like understand that it is kind of legit, I guess, at the risk of sounding like my ego is way bigger than it actually is. So, they're awesome about it. They don't care that I have like a whole little section of our basement taken over with my lighting and all my backpacking gear and like my cameras, all that stuff. So they're awesome about it. And then obviously Flossie gets it because he's in the videos and stuff and he's a hiker. So I'm lucky, man. I got the best roommates in the world. So thankful for that.
That's awesome. We got some more questions for you if you want to see these.
Let's do it.
Some are serious and some just aren't. The real question, how heartbroken is Kyle that Dan Becker hiked Escalante with backcountry exposure?
I don't care. He can do what he wants. Like,
Do you feel
he lives
cheated
in
on?
Wisconsin. Like, oh, shoot. Did I lose you guys there for a second?
Oh, we still hear you, so that's
Oh,
good.
bad time for my phone to ask me if I want to update. Let me make sure I get this right. Remind me later. We good? Oh,
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good,
dude.
man.
You look
We're
beautiful.
good.
That's the first time it's shown up, so hopefully it won't do that thing where it will just
Start
like
over.
just force you to do it. Like, because I always hit remind me later like as many times as I can. Then eventually I'm like about to call somebody, and then it just decides to do it then. So we should be okay though. Sorry about that.
We got another one
and-
for you.
Sure.
Kyle, thanks again for the 46 climbs information. Doing that hike really pushed me to do my longest hike, and I really enjoyed doing it for such a fantastic cause. I know that's important to you, so
Yes, that's
wanna
so
make sure you saw
important.
that.
So Tom, thank you so much for bringing that up. I can't remember if he was on my team or not, but honestly, the money all goes to the same place. So to anybody who did 46 climbs, thank you so much. Like just to explain it real quick, it's a charity. It was actually started by a buddy of mine I went to college with, another Clarkson guy. And it's cool because it's like a hiker charity. And like the money goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, which is just a charity. But like, so honestly, 46 Climbs is more of just an event for the charity, I guess. And I don't remember exactly how much they raised this year. They raised over $100,000 for sure. I know that. And my team, and I'm like so thankful for this. Honestly, I should probably just make a whole video like thanking people. But like my team was the #1 team, raised over $10,000. I can't remember how many. Like exactly what the number was. I know it was over $10,000, like the #1 team. And I only fundraised for like a month too. So like when I first started it, I didn't really know how many people were going to donate. I had no idea how much I was going to raise. I didn't really set a goal. I just thought like I'll just increase the goal as more people donate, which is what I ended up doing. And I think within the first day I had like 1,000. And then by the end of the month, yeah, over $10,000, the #1 team. So that was so amazing. Like that was way more than I expected. Like I'm so thankful for everybody who donated, or even just for the people who checked it out and stuff. Because I feel like there's just so much negativity these days, and so it was really, really cool to see. Oh wow, they raised $178,000. Damn. It was just really cool to see like this community just like kind of come together around something. And I even saw other, hikers who started their own teams and all this stuff. I got a lot of friends from college who do it and stuff too, obviously, because it kind of started there. So lucky, so blessed. Like, thank you to everybody who donated and everybody who checked it out. Like, so awesome. I can't even explain it. Honestly, it's amazing.
Yeah, well, I know I really appreciate anybody who uses their platform to help other people. I think that's so important. I think what little platform we do have as YouTubers and podcasters, anything we can do to help others through that is just awesome. So good job, man. Just great.
I
job
appreciate
doing
it. You
that.
guys should start a team next year.
We might, man. That's not a
Maybe
bad
we
idea.
will.
You should. Maybe we can get a little competition going. Maybe get some other like bigger YouTubers in it and stuff too, like people way bigger than me and stuff. Like I really want to do that. I should probably ask Colby, the guy who co-founded it, his permission first, because I don't want to just like blow up his thing without his permission. But they work so hard. Him and his wife Catherine both run it, and I think he also has some other family that's involved with some of like the shipping and stuff too. And they work so hard. Like it's incredible. Like they've just put so much of their time into this. It's an awesome event. Everyone should go check it out. It's 46climbs.com. The event's over this year. I think you can still donate, but just keep it on your radar for next year. Usually people start fundraising during the summer, and then the event's usually like the first week of September, something like that. And you get to go out and hike and wear your shirt they send you and stuff. and it's just a very, very positive thing. A great way for people to kind of come together in this community.
And I think most of us have been we've dealt with someone who's committed suicide in our lives at some point. So that's awesome. One last little question, and because I know your time is coming where you got to get going. But hey, Kyle, thanks for making backpacking accessible. Love your laid back attitude. Thoughts on the Sheltoe Trace?
You're asking the wrong person, man. You're asking the wrong person in this chat right now. I don't know anything about that trail, besides the fact that John's hiked it. That's about all I know. So don't have too many thoughts. Sorry.
Well, there it is.
Well, John, we'll have to get you on Trail Tales though. You can talk about your through hike there. That'll be a good chance for me to learn about it.
Yeah, dude. I'd love to do that. I'm just thankful that you were on tonight, man.
Yes,
yeah, no, I appreciate it, guys. I think I have time for like just a couple more minutes. This is fun. I don't want to leave yet.
Okay.
Well, Devin Ashby wanted to say super rad, give him back. So he's out there. Let's see, what else do we have? Let me go through here real quick. Okay, Miyagi on the trail. 20s, no girlfriend. When's the next long distance through hike, Kyle? Man, bro, do you even hike?
I told you I'm leaving in like soon. I'm leaving soon for that Northfield Plaza trail, but I guess he's probably talking more like long distance through hike. Dude, I don't know. Like, I want to go next year, but the West Coast is on fire right now. Like, things are like California, I think, is like still pretty locked down, which is a good portion of the PCT. There's just so much uncertainty in the entire country right now, to be honest with you. It kind of sucks, but I'm not going to commit to like a long through hike in the near future. I'll say that, but I do want to. I really do want to. So, it's going to be something I'm going to try eventually. I don't know when. Like I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, definitely next year, the year after, when I don't know. I have no idea.
What if we gave you unlimited time, unlimited money, and let you pick your dream hike? And it could even be international. It could be out west, optimal conditions. What you can pick a couple if you want, but what is the dream hike? Where are you going? What are you doing?
PCT, dude. I want to do the PCT or the CDT. Like I want to Triple Crown. Like that's my goal. I don't know if I'll actually be able to, because that's a really, really difficult thing for your body to handle, and I already feel a little bit banged up after the AT, but that's my goal anyways. So that's what I want to do with those two trails, man. That's what I want to do.
That's awesome.
We can definitely make that happen. I mean, I'm not saying I'll give you all the money and time.
I was gonna say, where's the money gonna come from?
I mean, we can start a fundraiser through the backpacking podcast to get Kyle his Triple Crown.
50-50 split on the profits there.
We can make it happen. Also, hey, Brian Helton wants to know, who's faster, you or Taylor?
Oh, I don't know, dude. Like,
come on, here's your chance to talk smack.
We're like the same. Like, I don't know. When we did, I've only hiked with her for a couple days too.
Yeah.
She probably gets out a little bit more than I do, but I have more backpacking experience than she does. So I don't know. She's a really, really strong hiker. I think honestly we're probably about the same, at least for backpacking. If we were doing a day hike, she'd probably be faster than me, but I don't know. Honestly.
Here's something else for you, man. Kyle should chat with Maddie about a U.S. bachelor or backcountry bachelor season. What do you think, man? The backcountry bachelor. That'd be a great show, man.
Oh, dude, that reminds me of something pretty funny. I'll tell you guys after this. I can't say it on the air, but I got a funny story, something kind of related to that. Also, Justin, when are we doing a Trail Tales episode, dude? Jeez, we were gonna do it, and then he had to go work or something, trying to make a living.
I hate that work thing. That's just silly.
Come on, man.
That's just silly. Kyle, do the Sheltoe Trace with me in 22. I'll bring the hot sauce, son.
I'll bring the hot sauce, son. Dude, I don't know. I gotta learn. I gotta have John on the podcast first and have him teach me about the trail. So we'll start there.
Klondike bars, Oreo or Crunch?
Dude, we're doing rapid fire right now. That's good. That's good. I don't mean that a bad way. I'm gonna go Oreo.
Nice
I haven't had
choice.
one of those in a long time though. I used to do them a little bit when I was in high school.
Man, I feel like I want a Klondike bar now.
What would you do for a Klondike?
That's what I was gonna say.
If I check a text right now, is that gonna like bork this whole thing?
I don't know.
I don't
Find
think
out.
so.
All right, we're gonna try it for a second. This is depending on when I can leave. So.
Oh, you're good, man.
All right.
He's a really
we got time.
busy guy.
We got like another 2 minutes.
Well,
now how do I gotta reopen the freaking thing now.
All right, people, if you've got questions, you better ask them quick because he's getting
There
ready
we
to
go.
take off. So, but
Yeah.
so you got plans. You want to do the Triple Crown now? Are there any other like shorter, long trails that you're looking at, like the
Oh,
Big
yeah.
Hody or any of those kinds of things that are on this side of the
Always,
states?
dude. There's so many trails. Like, I feel like every Trail Tales episode I've ever done on one of the shorter, lesser known trails is kind of what I call them, because I try to like highlight trails besides the AT and the PCT and stuff as much as I can, in addition to talking about those, because I do talk about those a lot. But dude, I mean the NPT obviously, because that's the one I'm about to go do. But let's see, the Tahoe Rim Trail's been a little bit interesting to me, because I feel like that's I don't really know that much about it, honestly, but I just know that it's a loop, so it'd be pretty easy to fly over and do. I think wouldn't have to worry about shuttles. I think, yeah, it's a loop, it goes around the lake, right? And then it's also relatively short, so I could probably do it in enough time to get off from work. So that's one on my mind. Let's see, what else? Short trails. The Cohos Trail in New Hampshire, northern New Hampshire. That one's just close to me, so that's on my radar a little bit. And then those are the ones that come to mind immediately. But I feel like every time I learn about a new trail, I'm just like adding it to my list of trails that I want to do. The Ozark Highlands Trail, I've always wanted to do that for some reason. Down in Arkansas, because I've never been to Arkansas. I think that'd be a cool way to go visit a new state. So I don't know. I'm all ears, honestly. If anybody has good trail suggestions, I'd be all about it.
Last question. Who's your favorite hiker?
Dude. Who's my favorite hiker besides Flossie, besides you guys, besides Dan Becker? Actually, no, Dan Becker's my least favorite. Let's see. I don't know. Syntax maybe, dude. Like, okay, so
That's a good one.
You gotta put that back up on the screen, don't you? Maybe, dude, I should have just left when you gave me the ad a few minutes ago. Jeez. I'm gonna go with Syntax 77. And I would have said
That's
that
awesome.
before I ever talked to him too on Trail Tales. Honestly, I think he's cool because he rips it all the time, but he's not a thru hiker, so that's like a little bit different. I feel like he gets out more than the average like weekend warrior YouTuber type of hiker. But he hasn't done a thru hike. Maybe he will someday. It sounds to me like he's pretty content with the way his style works now. So that's probably it. Also, Justin just sent me a DM apologizing for canceling our Trail Tales episode. So that's pretty funny.
That's right.
Called him out
Justin. You
live,
better
and he's like, "Oh
apologize."
crap, I got to apologize to him." So that's pretty funny. We'll make it happen. I want to learn about the Canadian Rockies, so I'll have to get John on. I'll have to get Justin on. I'm always looking for people to come on Trail Tales. So hey, thank you guys so much. Thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for being on.
Let's hear your best plug where everybody can find their stuff or find your stuff before you hop off.
Sure. So the podcast, trailtalespod.com, or just any podcast app at all, except for the Amazon one. I keep getting emails like, "Oh, you should put your podcast on here," so I should probably do that. So maybe if I do my homework, then Amazon as well. But any of the podcast apps, and then my YouTube channel, just search it, Kyle Hates Hiking. You'll see my really cringy, terrible thumbnails, and you'll probably click on them because that's seems to happen a lot. That's the only reason I get this many views. So pretty lucky, man. Hey, thank you guys again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Have a good one, brother. Have a good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Man, he's a blast, dude. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
I like talking to him, man. I can't wait to actually get up in Vermont. I told him that there's like this epic shelter that faces the highest point that you cross, on the long trail, and you wake up at like 5:30 in the morning and you watch the sunrise. Off in the distance, the shelter faces the sunrise. The sun rises over the mountains just over your feet in your sleeping bag. You're laying there drinking your coffee. Oh, I said, dude, we have to go back to that shelter. It's like the crappiest shelter on trail. It is so bad. Let me tell you how bad it is.
How bad is it, Jeremiah?
Somebody, I won't say who, but somebody in my trail family, the shelter's uneven, and this person happened to lay in like the most uneven spot, and their head was like lower than their feet all night. Woke up, just started puking.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, best shelter ever. Just puked.
Great.
Puked off the edge of the world with the sun rising overhead. epic shelter. Yeah.
Here's my thing. I was up at in Grayson Highlands this weekend, and we were staying up near the Thomas Knob shelter. Okay, that's off the AT, and I got up there because I wanted to see these ponies everybody talks about, these horses. All I saw was horse crap. I never saw a pony the whole time I was up there. And then I found out today, talking to my buddy Flash, he said as it gets colder, they pull them into the stables.
No.
Yeah, so they weren't even like, we saw some off in the distance, but I had jacked my back up hiking up that morning, and it was later on at night, and I was just I was pretty much done. And yeah, dude, I didn't even get to see the ponies, but I will say, when I got up that morning and the sun came up over the back and you looked out and you could see mountains for miles and you could see this thick fog underneath, and it was heaven. It was like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
Was it rainy?
No.
I got hit. I put my jacket on and took it off like 8 times just in succession in Grayson Highlands, just on top of the mountains.
No, Sally came through on Friday and she left plenty of water for us to drink and a little bit of mud on the trails, but she never showed up the rest of the time. Like literally, I think Saturday was a 3% chance of rain and Sunday was a 2% chance of rain.
Did they still have
chilly,
the
though.
It was
chilly,
Thomas
though.
Knob.
Here you go. Hey, here's actually Hunter. This is one of the guys that went with us.
Yes,
trip.
Hunter.
Yeah, he went with us. It was 30 degrees when he got up. He's not kidding, man. It was freezing when we got up. But it was so much fun. It was so much fun. There was frost on the ground in the morning, and but the hike out was beautiful. We hiked across the Pine Mountain Trail. Have you done that?
No, I've only done the AT section.
Man, dude, you got to do the Pine Mountain Trail. That's the most beautiful. It's amazing. It's like all kinds of different topography, all kinds of like different trees. Okay, and then Miyagi's arguing with Hunter now. He's saying he was 34, not 30. And he spelled liar wrong too, so we should give him a hard time about that. He called him a leer. But no, it was beautiful, man. Just hiking across that. You kind of dip down, then you come back up, and there's a lot of bouldering and stuff like that, and it's just gorgeous. As a matter of fact, when you get on the AT, it was kind of a letdown because it was all like roots and rocks the rest of the way. But man, it was so much fun. Such a good hike. And if any of you are watching and you've never been to the Pine Mountain Trail down near Grayson Highlands, you need to do that trail because it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Did you go through that? It's like a giant boulder, like a couple of houses, if they were boulders, and they're like stuck together, and you can go around it, but you can also like squeeze through it, and the trail goes through it. Did you do that?
No, because I have no clue what you're talking about. So I definitely
it might have
did
been
not
before.
Trips has already given Miyagi a hard time, so that's good.
Trips and Miyagi, those are great people.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Miyagi and Trips are a married couple from Wisconsin, and they are just a blast to hang out with. They're so much fun, and they were with us this weekend. It was great. Look at this, man. Dolly Sods dropped to 15 degrees.
No way.
That's cold, man. That is cold. Mr.
I'm cold.
G.
That's insane. It's 59 right now in like my city.
Yeah.
I'm freezing, dude. I wore a hoodie on the way to work. That's how cold I get. I don't know what I'm going to do with winter setting in. People may not know this, but a lot of times I wear 2 puffy jackets. I wear like a long sleeve shirt and then like a Ghost Whisperer. Fits a little snug right now. I have to cut a little weight, squeeze back in, and then wear like my North Face puffy that it's heavier, but it's like warmer.
Yeah, tell people about your discovery of the lack of warmth on your Ghost Whisperer. That's always a fun story.
Well, somehow I convinced my wife to let me buy a Ghost Whisperer. They had them on sale. Actually, no, you're the one. You're the one, John. You texted me and you said, "Hey, man, I'm thinking about getting one of these Ghost Whisperers. They got this one on sale." No, it wasn't a Ghost Whisperer.
It was the Ghost Shadow.
Ghost
It was a completely
Shadow.
different jacket. It was a completely
Ghost
different
Shadow.
jacket, and you saw the Ghost Whisperer. Said, "I think I'm gonna get that one instead." So this is not on me. I will not take the blame for you buying the wrong jacket.
It's
That
on
is
you.
Totally on you, brother. That's totally
It's
on you.
on you. Well, okay. Tomato. But anyway, see, the Ghost Whisperer is Jeremiah's favorite. So Miyagi, I think that you were supposed to be at the gorge, but then something came up and the weather was super bad. Or maybe you weren't. I don't remember. But pretty much everybody canceled except Hunter, Miyagi, and Trips. And then I had a couple friends there. And we took, like the thermal imaging guns.
We were supposed to do that this weekend, and we didn't do it.
Did Miyagi bring one?
He brought it, but we ended up not doing it. I don't know why we didn't do it.
We did it, and we tried out like every jacket. And even they're like, I think it was on Latin equipment. Miyagi can check me, or he can correct me on it in the comments if I'm misspeaking. But like my jackets were some of the least warm. But anyway, the Ghost Whisperer, it was on sale because that other one that you bought was on sale.
Yeah.
And so I bought it, and then I thought it would be good for pretty much all 3 seasons. But I'm going to say anything under 40 to 45 degrees, like I needed more layers. Even like a fleece and a long sleeve shirt and a Ghost Whisperer. But that's just me. Like ever since I lost, like I was 300 pounds, ever since I lost that weight, I've always been cold. I don't know.
We have a couple questions we need to get to. This one was asked earlier. Do either of you guys have a hammock gear tarp, and what do you think of it? I don't have a hammock gear tarp. I have UGQ tarps. They're the only ones I've got. I got a bare butt tarp, but that was just kind of like a real cheap one.
Hammock gear tarp. I don't have one, but I would love to try one if they want to send. Mr. Backpacking Jason, sir, makes fun of me. He says I take all the junk like the Chinese companies send you for doing YouTube, but I think a hammock gear tarp would be pretty legit. I would actually love to try that.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Okay, we got some smack talk going on too right now. We got Miyagi who's saying that my snoring scared the horses away. Let's see. Let's go on down. I think Jeremy from Midwest Backpacker had said some things down here. He said, "Come on, boys, Minnesota in February. Let's go."
I will do that. I just had to be prepared. Like I had to prepare myself mentally and have the right gear.
Somebody doesn't think we'll make it.
Well, Jeremy, they never survived Minnesota, Wisconsin winter. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, you're right. I will never move that far north.
I lived in Wisconsin for 4 years. I know what it's like. It's cold. I remember I had long hair back then, and if I'd taken a shower that morning, by the time I walked from my car to the office door, where I was working, I would have like icicles hanging off my head. And that's no joke.
Can I see you with long hair?
I don't have any pictures right now, but I'll get you some at some point.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
I definitely had some long hair. Okay, here you go. Jeremiah, do you think losing all that weight is why you're always so cold?
I think that it threw some things off because I was overweight from like probably 7, 8 years old until 24, 25, like around Kyle's age. And my blood work and everything comes back normal, but I don't know maybe it threw off like the hormones in my body. Who knows?
Maybe. I'm told I snore like a moose, so that's a good thing.
I can confirm that.
I don't believe it. We got Maddie who says we are the 2 best beards in backpacking.
Hey, I don't think that's true, but
I have to throw plug it in hikes, man. That is an epic beard.
Epic. I love it. Yes, I love his Instagram stuff, man. I follow him on Instagram. He produced. I urge everybody to go follow him, and he does have an epic beard.
He's an epic dude. Like he's just awesome. He's just awesome guy.
It's the 800 Mile Club, right?
Yeah, man.
In the Smokies?
Yeah, 900. Yeah,
900. Sorry.
Yeah,
900. He did it twice,
and he's got the FKT for it, and then he broke his own FKT by like 20 days or something.
How beastly do you have to be?
Right?
You're like, I think I'm just going to go break my own FKT.
Look at all the B-rate backpacking celebs in here coming from a D-rated YouTuber.
That's funny.
That's really funny.
That's really funny. Who should we have on? Who's A-list?
I don't know, but Go Next Tarps for life, man. Go Next Tarps for life.
Go Next Tarp for life.
You'll never escape that. You realize that, right?
I know. I do myself. So I was with the Shills whenever that was happening, and then I immediately went over there. This is a while back. I went over there, me, Mr. Backpacking with Jason, sir, and the Shields, and we went over to do their. We didn't live stream, I don't think. Yeah, we did live stream.
Yeah, you did. You guys live streamed that. I remember
and then
that.
they made fun of me for it, and now it's stuck right here or right here. I don't know which direction to go.
Oh yeah. Here's another one. The dude from Outdoor Vitals has an epic beard.
I haven't seen that.
He does. I'm gonna see if I can find him. Dude, he has an epic beard. Like it's impressive, man. He actually just went on a backpacking trip with Dan Becker and
Oh yeah. They were
and,
talking about a
and
new
Devin.
backpack.
yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he's legit, man. I got to pull up a picture of him. I got to find him on here cuz he's what is his name? I'm going to be really mad that I don't find it.
He was in Devon. I just watched Devon's video. I watched it today.
Yeah.
And he was he was talking about the backpack. He gave like a quick rundown. It looked legit, but he definitely had an epic beard. I love all the
Yeah.
people that hate us talking about beards.
Yeah, okay, here we go. I'm
Tayson.
pulling this up, dude. Tayson.
Devin says Tayson.
Yeah, it's Tayson Whitaker. Let me get his picture downloaded. I'm gonna put it on here, dude. This guy's legit. I mean, it's no joke, man. This guy is absolutely legit when it comes to beards. And I'm glad somebody brought up beards because we haven't talked about them all night, and I'm kind of ashamed of that. So, let's see if we can bring this up. Where is he at?
Dude, I want to introduce you to my friend that I work with. His name is Brad, and he was starting his own company. Yeah, look at that.
Look at that beautiful, beautiful beard. I mean, come on, dude. Right?
Hey, if I send you a link, can you put it on? Can you put it on the screen?
Yeah, dude.
It's from
Yeah, shoot that over to
Instagram.
me.
You could just like go on Instagram, but I can try to find it. But his name is Brad. Great guy. But he was starting his own like beard oil company and that kind of stuff. And
Did you do a video with him?
no, that was a different guy who had an absolutely epic beard.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely epic.
his beard, dude, he cut off 8 inches and it's still down to his belly button, braided.
Yeah?
I don't understand. I can't pull
Yeah.
it up. We'll do it a different time. But
Well, Tayson, he actually shaved his beard to raise money to get clean water for people. So this was just like a couple years ago. So that thing just grew back that fast. His beard, I don't know, man. Like he's netherworldly when it comes to beard growing.
did I tell you the speed that hair grows?
What is the speed the hair grows?
Everybody tells me, no, mine grows a lot faster than that. Jeremiah can't wait until Gonex comes out with the freeze-dried meals. Oh, I've had some pretty bad freeze-dried meals. I try to keep it positive so I won't say what companies and stuff, but yeah, no, count me out on the Gonex freeze-dried meals.
Oh, hey, it's all about
It's
the
all
mustache,
about the
man.
mustache.
Tim Watson has a
knows.
beard now, so Hunter, you're kind of wrong about that.
You're talking trash to Hunter.
Yeah, Tim Watson now has a beard, and it's pretty good. The man can grow some facial hair.
So everybody tells me that I'm wrong on this and that their hair grows faster. Everybody wants to be special and thinks that their hair grows faster, which some may, but not everybody. So it grows 1/2 inch per month. So 2 months for an inch of beard, or whatever follicles that are on your head that work. It will grow 1/2 inch per month out of those two. Why are you just looking at me? Why? I'm speaking
I don't know
truth.
what I'm supposed to do with this.
Google it.
I just don't know what I'm
Fact
supposed to do
check
with
it.
this.
I'm telling you, I'm spitting truth here. 1/2 inch per month. And my wife is like, no, I think my hair grows faster than that. Not to talk trash about Bridget, but beard too, man.
You're talking trash to your wife online?
No,
Oh,
well,
man.
in front of everybody.
How about we change the subject to beards are awesome?
I
Thank you,
agree.
Doc
Look at-
Watson.
Look at his beard.
That's a good beard, man. That's a good beard he's got. Let's see, we got like a majestic waterfall. MK Ultra, man. That dude's got some funny videos, man. MK cracks me up. Funny dude.
Yeah.
See, I'm with Midwest Backpacker. IB Tat has a great beard. IB Tat does have a great beard. Look at this. Has a pretty epic beard. IB Tat.
IB Tat, man. IB Tat representing in here.
It's like, Jeremiah, how do you wash your face without washing your beard?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. If that's a serious question, I'll answer it.
Yeah. Well, here's some of your who's gonna argue with you. MK Ultra says half my head grows faster than the other side.
No.
What do you gotta do about that? What are you gonna do with that?
It could. You could be the exception, but not every. This is what people do. I'm 6'3", and I love telling people I'm like 5'11".
Did you grow a half inch a month? Is that how you got to be that tall?
No, dude, I'm telling the truth. So let me tell you, I love telling people I'm like 5'11" or 6 foot even. On my driver's license, it says 6'3", and you know why? Everybody that's like semi tall, they want to be 6 foot, and so they'll be like, "Oh, how tall are you?" I used to get it all the time. Like, how tall are you? So I tell them I'm like 5'11". They're like, "Oh no, there's no way you're 5'11", dude. I'm 6'1". You can't be 5'11". You're taller than me. But I love doing that because everybody wants to be 6 foot, just like everybody wants their hair to grow faster than a half inch per month.
Did you know Chuck Norris doesn't shave? He dares his beard to grow. You didn't know that, did you?
That's hilarious, man. That's very.
Let's see. Here's another one. My wife and my genetics say I can't have an epic beard.
Yeah. My wife, she really wants me to shave it.
And then Tyler Brewer says, "Boy, has this live stream gone off the rails."
Yeah. Well, we need to wrap it up anyway. We're over an hour.
We're right at an hour, actually. It's 9:29 p.m., so we are right at an hour.
Look at that. I hope everybody's liking the live stream format. And for all those people that have made it to the end of the podcast listening to it, I see you. I see you. I look at those analytics, and I see that 29% that made it to the very end.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Somebody said they thought you were 5'8". They should be talking to me because I am 5'8". So
it's true.
There's that. So, Jeremiah, before we get done, you got any trips coming up in the next few months that you're excited about doing? What's some things going on that you're looking forward to?
So, I have at least one trip scheduled. I'm a teacher, so I have fall break coming up, and I'm looking forward to that. But I get to see the part of the Smokies, and I've grown up around here, living in southern Kentucky. I get to see part of the Smokies that I've never seen before. I'm going to be going on a trip with some other people very, very soon, and I may actually film it if I'm not too lazy to. And apparently, all through the Smokies, it's a lot more beautiful than just the AT section that I've done. So that's a trip that I have coming up really, really soon. But other than that, clear schedule, man.
Nice.
What about you?
Well, I've got to figure out a trip for October. I had something I was planning on going to that got canceled, so I've got to figure something out for October. So I'm going to figure out something to do then. November, I'm going down to Alabama. I'm going to be hiking part of the Tahoe Trail, which I'm kind of excited about that. February, there's a group of guys that might be going out to Arizona, so I might be doing that. And then I got this guy down here. Look at this. Where's he at? I'll make sure I don't lose him. Boys, let's start planning a Utah trip.
Hey,
we were supposed to be doing that. We were supposed to be doing that already. So that's got to happen. And then the other trip that got canceled this past year we need to make happen is that Linville Gorge trip. That was supposed to happen.
Yeah, Hunter lives near there. I think he's like within an hour. So
yeah,
I would love if we could like drive over there and meet up with him.
He'd be our trail dad.
Yeah, you got to meet him on your last trip, right?
Yeah, he was there this weekend. It was awesome, man. One of the coolest guys I've ever met.
You can't put him and Miyagi within 10 feet of each other, though, because then the backpack plans start coming out. The which fabric is this? What kind of buckle? How long you had that?
What is the weight? What is the tensile strength?
Yeah. What's the denier on this one?
Yeah, yeah. Your head's spinning by the end of it. You just don't know what to do with all that knowledge. It's like, what do I do now? I got nothing. So, yeah. So I got a few trips coming up, and I think I've already got something kind of in mind for October, but I'm not going to say until I know for a fact that I can, say it.
Sure.
But yeah, some stuff coming up, man. I'm real excited. This year was supposed to be a huge year. I was supposed to be hiking in the Linville Gorge. I was supposed to be hiking up at Pictured Rocks. I was supposed to be out in Washington doing part of the PCT. I was supposed to be in Utah, and I had a trip planned for Jamaica. How about that?
Jamaica, a trip.
Jamaica, man. It was going to be
like
great.
A second honeymoon or like
No.
a backpacking trip?
It was kind of like a mission trip kind of thing, but then we had this like single day hike thing that we were doing where we were going to be hiking up a waterfall. And I'd done one of the waterfalls down there. I was going to be doing one of the other ones, so I was pretty excited about doing that. So we'll see if that happens this next year.
Wrench thrown into it, man. Just think, you saved all that money from all those trips, and now we've invested it all in this podcast.
I know. We put so much money in this podcast.
Now I'm
We
broke.
need sponsors. Anybody want to sponsor us? That'd be great. So, with that said, guys, thanks so much for everybody tuning in. I wish we could get to all the questions, but that doesn't always work out so well for us. But we are so glad all of you guys tuned in. Jeremiah, as always, awesome time, man.
Yeah, absolutely,
Awesome time.
dude. And thanks again, Kyle Hates Hiking. Kyle,
Yes.
for coming on. That was super fun. I'd love to have him back on. I feel like I want to have every guest back on. But, yeah, thanks again, everybody, for watching, participating. Love the comments. So I guess we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. So until next time, guys, we'll catch you in the next go-around.
Adios.